Good morning, and how are you, faithful? Captain Niner here with your Captain and Coffee Morning Report for February 5th, 2025, which reminds me, I need to go pay my rent today. Hopefully, everybody is feeling good. Hopefully, you're feeling better than me because I feel like absolute shit right now. But we're still here. We're still going to knock this out. It shouldn't be too long of one that we got this morning. Just a few things to talk about. Because obviously, the big story is still going to be Miles Garrett, but nothing's developed further than just, bring him here. It basically seems to be the consensus for most 49ers fans and everything like that with that for right now. And why is this not working? Okay, share screen there. Ugh. That's what happens when you wake up with a screaming migraine. All right. So the Jacksonville Jaguars have called the 49ers and they're requesting to have him interview for their GM job per Adam Schefter. That's going to be should say the director of our scouting and football operations, Josh Williams. To be honest with you, most people don't even realize he's part of the organization. He has been here for a decade and a half in the background, scouting players, all that kind of stuff. He's basically one of the two guys that all that stuff goes through. So he is an integral part of this organization. This would be a very big blow to this team and organization in general if he was to leave. This is someone, like I said, he plays a huge hand behind the scenes with getting everybody scouted. Take a look at this guy, especially these smaller school guys that we pick up. So again, while I do hope and I wish him the best, may he continue to grow and get a better job, all that kind of stuff to Mr. Williams. I don't want you to leave because, like I said, that's a big hole for us to fill, and it would be one Jacksonville would be pretty lucky to have. So good luck, but not so much to Josh Williams in your interview for the Jags job, and we'll see what happens from it. All right, next on the list, Mooney Ward, Charvarius Ward, technically formerly of the 49ers, put out a tweet yesterday that I liked. It says, whatever team I'm on next year can get the best of me. I'm hungry. And then I seen a lot of people talking shit about it. Well, you've never been that good, blah, blah, blah. Have you guys actually seen how Mooney plays? When Mooney plays, he's arguably one of the best corners in the league, probably top 5, honestly. So yes, he had a down year last year. If you're going to give him shit about having a bad year last year for all the stuff that he went through, just go fuck yourself. I mean, come on. After everything that he dealt with, he still came out there. I mean, again, did he have a bad year, play wise? Yeah, and I don't give a shit. After everything that he went through, the fact that he was even still able to lace them up again in the field to me was pretty damn good. So, while again, as I've said this many times before, while he didn't technically shut the door on coming back to being the 49er, it's mostly gone. His wife does not want to be back in this area. He's still saying that, he has nightmares and all that kind of stuff from, the passing of his child and all that. So again, I don't blame him for coming back here. I hope you go somewhere and you knock it out of the park. But just, like I said, maybe come back. But yeah, so like I said, I hope all the world for Charvarius and hope, he has a great the rest of his career and wish him well. I just thought it was pretty bullshit that a lot of people were giving him shit simply because of his bad year last year when he was dealing with all that other stuff, personal stuff off the field. So it's just like, come on, people. It's not that serious. It's football. Fucking be a human being for once in a while. All right, and then for the last thing for today, we're going to take a look at a trade put forth by this was put forth by Bleacher Report. So in the trade, the 49ers will get TJ Watt. Now, obviously, TJ Watt is one of the top edge rushers in the NFL. Obviously, he's not quite on the same level that someone like Miles Garrett is. He's probably on the next pedestal down. Now, obviously, that would still be a huge game changer if we had TJ Watt and Nick Bosa on the other side of the defense. While not as dominant as someone like Miles Garrett would be, it would still be a top end defense. Damn near probably the best pass rush and everything like that in the league. Sorry. What do we have to give up? We have to give up Jordan Mason, Deebo Samuels, and our next 2 years second-round draft picks. Now, I'm not necessarily against giving up Jordan Mason. He is a restricted free agent, and I don't think we've put a tender out on him right now. More than likely, it's going to be a second-round tender. So we would be giving up So we would be getting one of those second round tenders back. So there is that aspect of it. I just don't like it because that also means we're going to have to put draft capital into another running back, which then again, at the same time, now thinking about it, we were going to draft a running back no matter what. So, um, so again, one of those draft picks is kind of a wash because we'll be getting it back. And then the other one's Debo. I'm not necessarily, this one's a little bit more weirder for me because simply because if we get rid of Debo, our wide receiving cores are really thin right now. We do have some players there, but a lot of it's unknown. We don't, because we're going to have, obviously, Juwan's going to come back and Ricky's going to come back. After that, we have Jacob Cowing. Kyle hardly ever used him as far as a wide receiver. And in a couple of times that he did get a chance, excuse me, he was kind of 50-50. So the jury is still out on Jacob Cowing. I still think he can be successful in a role that, there's definitely a role for him in his offense. It's just that will he fit it? Because, like I said, he has never done it at a consistent basis. We've got Isaiah Hodgins coming over. Obviously, we still have BA, but who knows when BA is going to come back? Obviously, he's probably not going to be ready come the beginning of the season. Most likely towards the middle, we're going to have another Dre Greenlaw situation where he joins the team partway through the season again. And then there's also the possibility we don't know how BA's knee is going to be fully recovered. Is it going to be back to being the old him? It wasn't just a basic tear. His knee was fucked, basically. So who knows? He may never have the same speed again. He might not be able to cut the same again. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with him going forward when BA comes back next year. So again, that's another draft pick that we would have to be looking towards getting a possible wide receiver. Where this is a draft pick or a draft class, I was kind of hoping we'd focus primarily on the trenches, maybe a few like a tight end type of a thing. But at the end of the day, honestly, if this is a trade proposed to me right now, I pull the trigger on this. I like Mason, but I think he is kind of replaceable in that aspect. Obviously, there's one chance to get more runs. He did get hurt when CMC went down, so there's still that issue. Can he carry a full burden? We'll never know for a full season because he's never been given the opportunity, but we don't know. Also, with the emergence of Isaac Guerrero is more of a natural succession towards CMC. His play style is a little bit closer towards the CMC's versus Jordan Mason, where he's more of the pure power back type of situation. So obviously nothing wrong with how he runs the ball. It's just a different style. And with the style of ball that we play, it's more likely that, someone like Isaac Guerrero is a little bit more in that mold for what we would need. And then obviously losing Debo. After the last couple of seasons, I think most of the fan base is kind of done with him. Personally, I still would love to keep Debo around. That said, with this opportunity that comes around, I would you know what? Actually, I was wrong about that whole Jordan Mason thing. If we're trading him, we're not getting that second-round draft pick. So just never mind that all. This migraine is kicking my ass. I don't know why I thought about that till right now. So again, we would be losing both of our draft picks for the next 2 years. We're not getting one back because he's not leaving for agency. All right, so that's all I've got for today. We got nothing here on Niner Faithful Radio. Also remember, Faithful, that I am now an affiliate for Jerry Rice's new goat fuel. So I'll put a link in the description of this if you want to buy some goat fuel. Get energized with the goat himself. Please make sure to use the link that I will put in the description of this, and you get 10% off of that. And yeah, I get a little bit cut back for that, but hey, I get a little bit, you get a little bit. Everybody's happy in that. All right, Faithful, you all have a good day. Fafatai Talava. One love.